Hot competition. The Ginger Man at Water Street hosts its annual chili cook-off.
The spice is nice.
Authentic Tex-Mex experience. See what unique flavors are cooking at Two Mules Cantina in Irving Eats.
Everything from our milk, our honey, our chilies, even our meats come from local sources.
An enchanting tale. Preview the latest MainStage production, Dear Brutus.
It's such a sweet ending. I think you walk out going, good.
And in Feature Flix, I review the highly anticipated sequel, Dune Part 2.
What we do for the benefit of all.
Well, I'd very much like to be equal to you.
Maybe I'll show you the way.
Hello everyone, I'm Susan Stevens. Welcome to Irving Spotlight. We're on location at the newly renovated Lively Pointe Recreation Center. We'll check out some of the updates and all the wonderful things this center has to offer later in the show. First, we're tasting all the varieties of chili the community is making at the Ginger Man's annual chili cook-off.
Personally, like a hearty, meaty Texas-style chili.
What I look for, the spice is nice.
So you got a sweet chili with a nice bit of heat on the back end from some chipotle peppers.
I like beans in my chili, but you get yelled at in Texas if you want beans, so I'll take them either way.
Apologize to the judges on behalf of me. I understand that I have offended Texas by doing our chili that has beans in it.
We're hosting the Ginger Man's 16th annual charity chili cook-off. It's in benefit of Epic Animal Rescue. They foster and adopt out dogs in need of forever homes. We have 6 teams out making great chili. We have a couple breweries out making chili, and then we have a couple of our neighboring restaurants making chili as well.
It's spicy, it's savory, it has some potato in there, it has some great ground meats in there, and the seasonings are
That one is tortilla chips.
It's kind of unique because we use whole chilies. We don't use a lot of powders and things in it, and so we never know how spicy it's going to be.
Would you like a fresh whole pepper on top?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm a wuss enough about spicy stuff. We'll get the chili super hot right before it's about to be presented, and then we'll add in some Jack Daniels, and that always helps.
It's something different. It's not, go sit down and have your normal meal. It's go taste a few different things, have some great beers, and enjoy great music.
It gives us a chance to see different people that don't necessarily come into our restaurants.
Get to know the local people, have good community, good conversations.
just be out in the beautiful weather. It's nice to be outside.
It's awesome. I mean, people should do this all the time. And when the weather's great, what else do you want?
Those chili samplings were just the appetizer. As we're exploring Lively Pointe's new expanded teaching kitchen, we're also checking out the entrees Two Mules Cantina is cooking in its kitchen. These are the poblano chicken enchiladas served at the Two Mules Cantina inside the Texican Court.
There's layers of flavor built into every ingredient.
It's their most popular dish.
We roast our chicken and we season it, then we smoke our chicken. We roast our poblanos and we season them.
And I can see why.
Since this is the most popular dish, I have to try the chicken enchiladas. I love that sauce. It's amazing.
This is just one of the delectable Old West Tex-Mex dishes made with fresh ingredients.
Everything from our milk, our honey, our chilies, even our meats come from local sources. Roast our own chilies here, and our salsas are all homemade. We do a lovely tomatillo green salsa and our fire roasted tomato red sauce.
I don't know which one I like more.
Two Mules Cantina fired up some other unique flavors.
I have the Texican ribs. It's beef ribs with roasted potatoes, grilled asparagus, and finished with the jalapeno jelly. We're doing the Dallas hot chicken, kind of my play on a Nashville hot. Then we have our Texican burger, which is a wild game burger, elk, Wagyu, boar, and bison patty with brisket sausage and fried onion strips.
And you don't have to be a hotel guest to enjoy a meal here. The restaurant is open to the public and offers a special weekend brunch menu and a weekday happy hour featuring their refreshing prickly pear margarita.
It's a blend of prickly pear puree and fresh hand-squeezed lime juice with silver tequila.
Two Mules Cantina is proud to serve the community authentic Texican cuisine. To learn more about Two Mules Cantina's appetizing menu or what kind of specials they're offering, visit twomulescantina.com. Everything Two Mules Cantina served was incredible, and after a delicious meal, I love watching a good movie. I can happily say this week's Feature Flix is a satisfying watch. I'll be honest, I didn't care for Dune Part 1. It was long, barely anything happened because it was all set up, and when we were finally getting somewhere good, the film abruptly stops and leaves us with a big to be continued. Luckily, the action and storytelling we were craving in the first movie is all in Dune Part 2.
It's okay. I'm here.
The second installment picks up where it left off, with Paul uniting with Shawnee and the Freemen to seek revenge against the conspirators who destroyed his family. Director and co-writer Denis Villeneuve properly brings this science fiction novel to life, beginning with the mesmerizing world he's created. Desert sand has never looked this attractive, swirling through the winds and fight sequences, paired with a roaring soundtrack that will make you truly feel as if you are in the movie. The set is immersive, and the work, especially the cinematography by Greg Fraser, that has gone into this imaginative society is engaging without any dialogue or action. Now add an exciting story that features romance, rival royal houses, betrayal, intense battles, and giant sandworms, then you've got a blockbuster worth paying to see in theaters. Granted, the film may be hard to follow at times because there's a lot going on, but the 2-hour and 46-minute runtime might help you understand what's going on at a steady pace. I still think the movie could have been trimmed down, but fans of the novel will no doubt appreciate the time spent on this adaptation.
Deal with this prophet. Send assassins.
I'd be remiss if I didn't rave about all the powerful performances in the film. Timothée Chalamet comes back stronger than ever, embracing the soldier within his character. Zendaya is a fierce warrior, Rebecca Ferguson is a haunting Reverend Mother, Javier Bardem brings the much-needed comic relief, and Austin Butler is an unrecognizable standout, figuratively and literally slaying as an almost demonic villain you can't look away from. Needless to say, Dune Part 2 was well worth the wait and exceeds all expectations, leaving you thirsty for more. Dune Part 2 is now playing. Check Alamo Drafthouse Cinema Las Colinas and AMC Irving Mall for showtimes. I've always been a big fan of going to the movies, but I also enjoy seeing a story come to life on stage. MainStage's newest production, Dear Brutus, makes you wonder about second chances and the different choices you might make in your life.
Good evening, ladies. Such beautiful faces. Standing, dear lady, pray be seated.
Dear Brutus is a modern retelling in 1911 of Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream.
Dear Brutus is about second chances for people who didn't necessarily know they needed them.
How we see ourselves in the present, what we think we want, and is it really what we need?
This is Midsummer Eve.
Tell them what you told us, Lom. It's all nonsense, of course, just foolish talk of the villagers. They say that on Midsummer Eve there is a mysterious wood in this part of the country.
I'm playing Mrs. Dearth and my husband is playing Mr. Dearth. We're a couple that's been together for a long time and never had children. He's a talented artist but doesn't work.
I think he's fallen on hard times to some degree because now he knows his wife doesn't care for him as much as she used to, so now he doesn't care for himself, and now he just drinks and he doesn't do anything. He used to paint.
Funny. Don't know how it has come about nor what has made the music mute. When did you begin to despise me, Alice?
My favorite thing about the show is that people begin to recognize some things about themselves. For some of them, they become more accepting of others. And if you really want a better life, it is up to you to make it better.
Well, I know somehow that it's my fault, but I'm sorry for you.
It's fun. It's moving, but it also leaves you with that feeling of being able to appreciate the life that you have.
It's such a sweet ending. I think you walk out going, good. People are grateful for the lives they've been given and grateful for a second chance.
You know, Cody, I've often thought that if I had a second chance, I could be a useful man instead of a lazy one.
Second chance. A second chance. Yes. Come on. Be sweet.
Dear Brutus is currently playing in the Dupree Theater through March 23rd. For showtimes and ticket information, visit MainStageIrving.com. In addition to the adventure fantasy Dear Brutus, there are many other fun things to do around the city this month. Levi Gomez, our man about town, has some other great suggestions.
The Lively Pointe Youth Center presents the annual teen competition, Irving's Got Talent. The event is free and is being held here at Carpenter Hall, March 8th at 7 p.m. Teens get to show off their singing, dancing, and other talents. One of the most popular running events is back. Celebrate St. Patrick's Day early with a festive race. The run benefits the Irving Schools Foundation. The race takes place here at Toyota Music Factory, March 9th at 8 a.m. Liven up your night with Disco Queen. The groovy band will be playing funky tunes from the 70s. The show takes place here at Rayleigh Underground, March 9th at 8 p.m. The Las Colinas Symphony Orchestra presents London is Calling. The March concert will feature Kristen Perry playing Handel on the oboe. The show is March 16th at 7:30 p.m. here at the Irving Arts Center. Celebrate St. Patrick's Day here at the Gingerman Las Colinas. It'll be a day full of live music, food, games, and of course, beer. It all happens March 17th at 11 a.m. Do you enjoy organic veggies? Stop by the Valley Ranch Library to learn about this special class on how to grow your favorite fruits and vegetables without the need of harmful chemicals. It takes place here March 20th at 6:30 p.m.
Another fun event young women can look forward to a little later this spring is the annual Imagine You Conference. Latasha Lacha has the details.
Imagine You is an all-girls conference. It's for middle school and high schoolers. We will have several classes. They change every year, but this year we're doing college prep, hygiene and skincare, and as well as we always have a fun dance class just for some exercise and movement. Between the classes, they have an opportunity to do community service projects, do a gratitude station, or even if they participate in classes, they get tokens to do a fashion boutique. I believe that as a young woman, you always need to be surrounded with positive self-images, so the women who volunteer are always here and able to create a community for them depending on whatever life stage they're in, as well as they get to come hang out with their girlfriends, and so I think it's a very good time. They get to learn, be empowered, and take away some really good nuggets for their life outside of here.
The Imagine You Conference will be on April 13th at Lively Pointe Youth Center from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To register, visit simsfoundationofhope.com. And that wraps up this episode of Irving Spotlight. Join us next time for highlights from this year's Irving's Got Talent, and we walk the red carpet at the Take 4 Irving ISD Film Festival. Those stories and more next time on Irving Spotlight. As always, feel free to contact us and tell us stories you'd like to see on the show. You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. So, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on X and Instagram. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and a huge thank you to Lively Pointe Youth Center for hosting us. For Irving Spotlight, I'm Susan Stevens.